There is a feeling that some people carry their entire lives. It doesn't have a name. It's not depression. It's not dissatisfaction in the way most people mean that word. It's quieter than that, more persistent. The sense that the life you are living is not quite the life you are meant to be living. Not that anything is wrong. Just that underneath all of it, underneath the stability, the routine, the life that looks completely fine from the outside, something is waiting. Most people who feel this don't talk about it, because how do you explain a longing you can't name? So they keep moving. They keep building. They keep hoping the feeling will either become clear or quietly go away. It rarely does either. In astrology, there are certain signs that carry this feeling more intensely than others. Not because they are more ambitious, not because they want too much, but because they are built to sense what is missing. And once you feel that, truly feel it, ordinary is never quite enough again. The first sign that carries this deeply is Scorpio. Scorpio does not experience life the way most people do. Where others see the surface, Scorpio sees beneath it. The emotional undercurrent, the unspoken truth, the thing nobody is saying, but everyone can feel. This isn't something Scorpio chooses. It's how they're wired. They cannot turn off the part of them that reads between the lines. That senses what is real beneath what is performed. And because they feel this deeply, a life lived only at the surface cannot hold them. They can build something stable, something successful, and still feel it. That quiet, persistent sense that this is not yet the depth. And here is what most people misunderstand about Scorpio. That feeling isn't restlessness. It's recognition. Scorpio isn't built for one version of themselves. They're built for transformation, to be broken open by experience, and choose deliberately to become something deeper on the other side, to understand things most people never have to understand. And then, to use that understanding. To look at someone in their darkest moment and say, without hesitation, I know this place. That is what Scorpio's path is pointing toward. Not more success, not more achievement, more depth, more truth, more transformation. The path is rarely easy, but it is theirs. And nothing else will ever feel like enough until they walk it. The second sign is different. Because for Aquarius, this feeling doesn't show up as longing. It shows up as disconnection. A subtle sense of being slightly out of sync with the world around them. Not dramatically. Just enough to notice. Just enough to feel like they're always standing slightly to the side of everything. Aquarius sees what others don't. They question what others accept. They notice patterns others miss. And they arrive at conclusions that don't always make sense until later. Often much later. And this creates a very specific kind of loneliness. Because when you see ahead of the present moment, it's hard to feel at home inside it. Aquarius often wonders if something is wrong with them. If they are too different, too detached. But that feeling is not a flaw. It's a function. Aquarius is not here to fit into the world. They are here to change it. To introduce ideas that don't exist yet. To shift perspectives that feel fixed. To plant something that may not fully grow. Until long after they've moved on. And that kind of purpose doesn't come with instant clarity. You don't always see where it's leading. You just know this isn't it. And that doesn't mean you're lost. It means your path hasn't fully arrived yet. And then there is Pisces. And this feels different again. Because Pisces doesn't just see or think. Pisces feels deeply. Emotion, energy. The things that exist beneath words. They absorb what others miss. The tension in a room. The sadness behind a smile. The feeling someone is trying not to show. And because of that, the world can feel overwhelming. Not because Pisces is weak, but because they are open. And from early on, Pisces learned something difficult. The world doesn't always have space for what they feel, so they adapt. They become more practical, more grounded. But their real inner world never disappears. It just moves underneath everything. And that's where the ache comes from. The gap between who they are and how they live. But here's what makes Pisces rare. It's not just that they feel deeply. It's that they can express it. They can take something invisible and give it form. They can make someone feel understood, without needing to explain anything. They can sit with someone's pain and make it feel less lonely. That isn't just sensitivity. That's meaning. And when Pisces steps into that, the feeling changes. It doesn't disappear, it becomes direction. And then everything begins to make sense. But here is what connects all three. Scorpio, Aquarius, Pisces. They don't just want more. They feel that there is more. And that difference matters. Because wanting more comes and goes. But feeling that something deeper exists stays. It waits. In quiet moments. In stillness. In the space between everything else. And it reminds you, you can ignore it. You can distract yourself. You can build a life that looks complete. But underneath, it's still there. And the people who eventually follow that feeling are the ones whose lives change the most. Not because they found something new, but because they finally moved towards something they had always known. So if you've ever felt that, even once, you're not imagining it. You're recognizing it. And that recognition is the beginning. Not of finding something new, but of becoming something true. If this felt like it was speaking to you, leave a comment below. Have you ever felt like you were meant for something more? And if you want to explore the deeper psychology behind your zodiac sign, subscribe to Druidshaven. Because the most powerful things about you are the ones you feel first, before you understand them.